Hey guys, what's up? I'm Ashar from Mr. Phone. I'm back yet again for another video, and we're bringing back news. Of course, I mean we did 4 news, videos and stopped doing it. But of course, quite a few of you requested that we continue the series, so we're going to do daily news once again. And I hope you guys like it and keep sharing it forward if you find the information useful for sure. So this is the 5th episode, if I'm not mistaken, of News with Mr. Phone. So let's get this video started. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. We also do have a Telegram community now, so in case you guys are interested in conversations around technology, and if you are someone who is into technology, then you should definitely go check out our Telegram community. There are like-minded people out there. Link to which should be in the description below. Plus, we've also been doing a lot of Instagram lives with co-creators, content creators on YouTube, and it's been a lot of fun. Actually, we did a couple of lives with Dhananjay Tech and Technology Jog. We should do more with more people. So don't forget to stay tuned to our Instagram handles for really cool collaborations and Instagram lives during this time of the lockdown. By the way, talking about the lockdown, I hope you guys are staying at home and staying safe. Alright, so for the very first news of the day, obviously the OnePlus 8 and the 8 Pro are launching tomorrow, and more leaks are coming in, of course, just 1 day before the launch as well. One of the latest leaks actually shows a live image of the OnePlus 8 Pro, and it shows the about page of the 8 Pro, which also confirms the camera specs, which is 48 plus 48. The entire quad camera setup we were talking about. Plus it's got Oxygen OS and Android 10 and Snapdragon 865. All of those details have been confirmed. Plus it's got a 6.78-inch display, which is confirmed by the live leak as well. Plus, apart from that, there have been leaks by Shan Agarwal on the official cases, and these cases are looking very interesting. What seems like laser autofocus, so that's something that we'd like to wait and watch if that is actually included in the OnePlus 8 Pro. And the case also looks very good. Plus, you get your your trademark really cool OnePlus sandstone cases as well. So, what do you guys think of the leak? Do let me know in the comment section below. All right, for the next news of the day, there have been more leaks coming out of the mysterious Oppo Ace 2 smartphone, and this one seems to be a really powerhouse smartphone. It comes with Snapdragon 865 and up to 12 gigs of RAM and up to 256 GB of storage. So I mean, the top of the line specs that you can expect from a flagship in 2020, all of that is included in the Oppo Ace 2. But the latest piece of information that is floating around is very, very interesting, which clearly indicates that the Oppo Ace 2 might just top the charts when it comes to AnTuTu benchmark. Apparently, in daily usage mode, it scores around 6,15,000 odd points in AnTuTu, and in cooling mode it scores around 6,27,000 points. These are incredible numbers, to be entirely honest. And obviously the iQOO that we tested, and of course the Realme X50 Pro that we tested, didn't reach these numbers. We still have to see what the OnePlus will score, but these numbers from the Oppo Ace 2 definitely look interesting. But I really want to understand where Oppo is actually placing the Ace 2, considering the Find X2 also already exists. So let's wait and watch. Maybe this is their OnePlus competitor. Alright, so for the third news of the day, we have information coming in that the Lenovo Legion gaming smartphone is going to come with 90-watt fast charging. Yeah, I mean, you heard that right, 90 watts. It's the fastest that we've seen till date. It's obviously going to be more than 65 watt, which was SuperVOOC 2. So I mean, 90 watt is crazy, but there are some guys who are debunking that piece of information and stating that a few people actually debunked that and stated that this is Lenovo saying that 90 watt is actually 55 watt fast charging, and I think 25 watt wireless charging, and a couple of other specs added together, reverse wireless charging added together to bring up to 90 watt. And if that's indeed the case, then that would be misleading marketing. Although I mean, there seems to be a post on Weibo which has actually debunked that theory, and that thing is not a lie. Having said that, Lenovo is known for misleading marketing. Remember the Lenovo Z5 Pro last year that showed a almost nearly bezel-less display? Yeah, well, that obviously didn't turn out to be true, and let's hope that this one is actually real information and that it's actually a 90 watt Legion gaming smartphone. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. But apart from that, with respect to the Legion smartphone itself, it should come with all the bells and whistles of the best specs out there. So you can expect Snapdragon 865, 12 gigs of RAM and all of those regular things that you expect, regular specs that you expect from a flagship smartphone in 2020. All right, the fourth piece of information is something that excites me as a photography nerd, smartphone photography nerd, is that the Nokia 9.3 is supposed to launch in Q2 2020, and we're of course waiting with bated breath for how that looks. I mean, considering Nokia 9 PureView was a bit of a mess, I want the Nokia 9.3 PureView to be actually better, and it'll apparently launch alongside the Nokia 7.3. But the most important piece of information that has come out recently is that the Nokia 9.3 PureView will obviously not use Lights technology, but it will continue to have a pentacamera setup, and it will have a 108 megapixel wide angle lens, not a primary one, because the primary one is apparently going to be a 64 megapixel camera. So this setup, along with Nokia's imaging prowess, I am expecting it to be great. Plus, of course, you can expect flagship grade processor and stuff like that. Obviously, you'll need that for the 5 cameras and the imaging that Nokia is going to do with it. So let's wait and watch what the Nokia 9.3 is going to look like in the end. But I am already pretty excited if these rumors come out to be true. Alright, so the next news that's coming in is of the iQOO Neo 3 smartphone that is going to be launching on April 23rd. Yes, not just the OnePlus 8 and the 8 Pro. April is also going to see one more launch that is in China, and that is the iQOO Neo 3. And apparently this phone is going to be a monster of a smartphone, undoubtedly. But one spec detail that has come out, and that seems very interesting to me, is the fact that the display will apparently have a 144 Hz refresh rate, which is actually in line and similar to the Red Magic 5G, which also comes with a 144 Hz refresh rate. So for gaming, it should be excellent, but I hope that games are also tuned for the 144 Hz refresh rate, so that is very important. But the other display specs include that it'll be a LCD display, and considering it's an LCD, it might not have an in-display fingerprint scanner because there is still no solution with in-display fingerprint scanner on the LCD, and it might be a side-mounted or a rear-mounted one. We'll have to wait and watch for that. Of course, the rest of the specs would be Snapdragon 865 and crazy amounts of RAM and storage as well. So let's wait and watch. A lot of flagship phones are soon launching, so let's see how that looks like. But the Neo 3 with 144 Hz looks like a promising phone too. So now we are all aware that LG is actually dropping out the LG G series soon, but there is a new series that it has highlighted, and it has given out sort of renders of the phone. It's called the LG Velvet, and it's got a very interesting and unique design. Looks like sort of like a waterfall curved display with raindrop sort of design on the camera setup, which looks interesting for sure. And whether it's replacing the G series or not is something that we don't know yet, but an official announcement should happen in May, so we'll wait and watch for that. But from the a fan-made appropriation of that render, the phone does look and seem impressive. Obviously that's not the real phone, but if it does look like that in the end, it looks very similar to the Sony Xperia series as well. So I mean, let's wait and watch as to how that will look. But the LG Velvet should probably be the shot in the arm that LG needs to resurrect itself back and come back into the game stronger. Let's hope, because I, to be entirely honest, am a fan of LG phones, considering the fact that they have the best audio performance across smartphones in the world. So I really want to see how the Velvet will be. Let's wait and watch. Okay, now this piece of news is gonna come as a heartbreaker for Mi A3 users all over the world, and I'm really surprised. I mean, the hardware software integration between this phone has been extremely, the journey of the Mi A3 with Android 10 has been extremely tragic one. For the third time around, Xiaomi has pulled an update to Android 10 back again, and it's rolling that back, and users are not going to get Android 10 who have not updated it yet, because a lot of users actually took to the forum again with issues regarding camera lag, fingerprint scanner issues, and a lot of other problems as well, random freezes, boot loops, all of that. So the Mi A3 seems to be in, again, a bit of a trouble, and might not be getting Android 10 anytime soon. This brings the question, should Xiaomi completely stop doing the Android One Mi A series now, considering the fact that it's not been able to support it properly? Well, there is a case for it. Let's see what happens, and let's see if a Mi A4 will exist. But here's a funny tweet that Gizmo Addict put out to my tweet, saying that Xiaomi is so far behind with the Android 10 update that when the Mi A4 launches, it should just upgrade every Mi A3 to the Mi A4. It's a very funny one, and I quite liked it, so I had to mention that. Thank you so much, Gizmo Addict, for that. Credit goes to him. Okay, you know what, guys? Now we're at the final news of the day, and I wanted to tell you guys one thing, that I'm still using the S20 Ultra as my primary device, but it might just become old really soon, considering the fact that news and leaks about the next generation Samsung flagship, which is rumored to be called the S21, and it could also be called the S30, is those leaks are flowing in left, right, and center. So my S20 Ultra might just become old pretty soon. Having said that, the S21s is apparently going to come with an under display selfie camera, which is obviously new tech that is not out yet on any phone, but that is supposed to come out soon, and not the in-display camera. So that'll be great. So absolutely no obstruction whatsoever. That's what it's going to be like. But more information coming in states that the S21's under display selfie camera will apparently have OIS as well, because Samsung is testing out two cameras on the front one, which is a 48 megapixel one by 1/2 inch sensor, or a 12 megapixel 1 by 2.55 inch sensor. So we'll have to wait and watch to see exactly what the final selfie setup will be like, and that's a long way away. But this seems interesting, because if Samsung uses OIS in the front camera, we could see some great low light selfies plus low light video recording as well. So let's wait and watch as to what that will be. Alright, so those were the news stories of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we're going to be continuing this series. We're going to be doing this every day. Do let me know in the comment section below if you've missed out any news on what kind of videos you would like to see. Until next time, this is Ashar from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.